Hi, Apartment Therapy. Welcome to my 220 square foot apartment in Brooklyn, New York. So what I loved about this apartment when I first saw it were these gorgeous, huge walnut paned windows. I mean, they look straight out into like these beautiful Brooklyn brownstones. This is the dream, actually. I wake up every day wanting this brownstone, but this is a starter. It's facing west, so it's getting really good sunlight in the late afternoon. So that was right away kind of the reason I was like, all right, I want this apartment. I think another thing that is really important in a studio is the fact that the kitchen is separate from the rest of the apartment. So like you walk in and you're not like hit in the face by a stove. I felt like that was really nice. Sometimes there's dishes in the sink. It's just like not the most welcoming. So I really like the kitchen off to the side and the fact that there could be like a slight little entryway moment. So those three things and just the location in general sold me on this place. Found the apartment and started texting my friends like, any advice on like how to make this more pre-war. And one of my good girlfriends told me about this amazing company called Lux Architectural, and they have renter-friendly peel and stick real wood molding. So I put all these panels up, and when I mean me, I literally mean TaskRabbit. Like nothing's actually DIY, it's do it with TaskRabbit. But this is literally peel and stick, like 3M tape, and it comes completely pre-built. Okay, so obviously this apartment's super small, but there's super high ceilings. This great window makes it feel really, really open. But another way to make a space feel really beautiful, open, light, and airy, especially when it's small, is like tons of reflective gilded pieces. I mean, this Anthropologie mirror is one that probably a lot of you guys have seen, but this is a huge kind of 7 foot tall, 6 feet wide version. And then I also kind of mirrored, no pun intended, the mirror here with this brass coffee table with a mirror top. And I even have a mirror here, and I have a mirrored nightstand. I'm a fashion girl, so this closet did not fit anywhere near all of my clothes. So I knew I needed a wardrobe. So I sourced a really fabulous Lily and August wardrobe piece. And what I liked about it is that it's glass front. So again, you're getting that reflection from the windows into the mirrors. But I mean, obviously clothes are hanging up here, sweaters are hanging up here. Like I had to cover the glass somehow. So this was my DIY pleated gingham fabric hack. A really great solution to hide the clothes. But what I initially did to actually make it happen is order this fabric on Etsy. I mean, again, I didn't DIY most in the apartment. This I actually did do, which is probably why it's not as pretty inside. But essentially I just kind of like cut the fabric and then took double-sided adhesive Velcro, put it at the top, put it at the bottom, and then you literally just like hand pleat it and put some double stick tape and like pleat it down. I do think I need to find a more permanent solution because like every other day an edge is like falling off, but from the outside it looks pretty. Again, it doesn't matter what's on the inside all the time. Other ways I store things, I've got wicker baskets above my wardrobe. I've got linen baskets above my kitchen cabinets. I also store my shoes in there because I have no cooking things. In the bathroom, my medicine cabinet wasn't great, so I actually found a great black medicine cabinet from Ballard Design. Cords are so ugly and messy, hide them. It really elevates your space really quickly. This is just like a plastic cord cover from Amazon, sticks onto the wall. And then under my desk is my cord bin. So there's like a box under here that has a power strip, and then all my like Apple TV, all that stuff is like shoved down there. So it's not just like a gigantic mess that you see right when you walk in. Like it's also super easy, super cheap. 10 out of 10 recommend you do this. So I got this rattan partition from IKEA actually, and it was because I was having some friends over for drinks and I felt like it made the living room area really feel like a proper living room while also still being able to see the windows, see the detail, have light, and also makes people not just like fling their coats on the bed. So now this IKEA partition is what I use when I have some friends over for some cocktails. Okay, so another basic little hack to make your space feel super chic and not like a rental. When you get your curtain pulls that come with the ugly white plastics, like go on Etsy and Amazon and get some pretty brass pulls or whatever, vibe you're going for, and just kind of tie the string in, knot it, and it's super easy, and now you feel like you have a custom blind pull. So from the moment I saw this apartment, I was like, okay, I've got 3 feet of space to do something really, really cool in the entryway, to feel like when I walk in, I've like arrived in some really cool place. So this is peel and stick wallpaper from a small business called Ayara Home, Ayara. What's amazing about this one that was far superior to anything else is that it actually is a linen texture. Everything else felt like glossy, gross, cheap paper, and this felt like rich and real. This is probably the most English moment. It kind of feels like you're walking into like a garden, or maybe it's like more of like a front yard feeling in a way. The chandelier was a Facebook Marketplace find. So I live amongst the fruit streets. And so you'll see little touches here and in the kitchen of little nods to fruits, essentially. So of course, more fresh florals on this bar cart, which is kind of like an extension of the kitchen. And then my only faux floral moment is up here, because that would be tough to change out every week. The wallpaper really makes this whole space feel like its own world, and it probably is my crown jewel of this apartment. I absolutely adore walking into my apartment to this space. So in the bedroom, we're obviously kind of smashed up against these great windows. So one of the colors that I wanted to pull into this apartment throughout is this like burnt orange cinnamon, because I thought it played off of the walnut really well. I love print mixing, so I've got striped Euro shams and this great block printed duvet from Ballard Design, which again brings in that kind of English feeling. I love the artwork corner here. Art is like a massive part of this apartment, and one of my favorite parts of the apartment, and of just like my story of design and living in New York. There's no kitchen table, as you guys can see, or kitchen nook. So I actually use this little like West Elm couch table as my little like eat-in nook. Look, someday we'll get a kitchen table, but for now this works. So dining room and living room in one. Welcome to my Doramar office from home. This desk has, again, that beautiful French gray blue, and it's gilded, and I love the clawed legs. That felt very, very chic. And then obviously this leather chair. This is like fantastic. It's like very, very worn in. One of the other themes in this apartment is like nothing should be too perfect. Like I want it to feel lived in. A friend walked in a few months after I moved in, and she was like, I feel like you've been here for 12 years. And that was probably the biggest compliment. So this came like all like bruised and damaged, but it adds to the charm. And the leather, I think, really grounds a kind of more feminine desk here. And so when I'm working at a fashion startup, I want to feel pretty but powerful. So it's a great little combination. And because I run a fashion company, I'm always looking at outfits. And so this mirror kind of serves as an extension of the office. Surprisingly, my most expensive piece in this apartment is this fantastic 1960s ottoman. This will create kind of a great moment with the mirror to, again, ground that kind of gildedness and not make it too girly, and give it a little bit of rough and tumble, lived in feeling. So this is a kitchen, and actually for a studio, there's a ton of space in this kitchen, lots of counter space, lots of cabinet space. I hate the cabinets. Like I wanted to paint these so badly, but the building wouldn't let me. So any kind of tips or tricks that you guys have about like what I could do to change this up, let me know. For now, I've taken out the really ugly chrome handles and put these brass ones that kind of give it a more traditional feel. The gingham fabric is back because I had extra fabric from the wardrobe. And I thought, okay, wouldn't it be great to like cover the washer dryer with some scraps I had? So I kind of just Velcroed that up here. And then I've kind of just put artwork throughout as well to give the kitchen some personality, because again, I do hate the cabinet, so I've kind of struggled in this space, but I feel like adding some cute little artwork, cute little vignettes here and there, make it feel cozy. And then again, you know, I don't cook, so I just store shoes. So it's kind of a closet as well. This is my bathroom. The bathroom is another part of the apartment that was such a mess. When I first saw it, it just was like, felt so dated. And added the black and white shower curtain from Pottery Barn. And then I changed out all the bathroom fixtures from chrome to gold tone hardware. And added a little glass mirror shelf beneath the medicine cabinet, as well as a black medicine cabinet, because there was not enough storage at all. I'm still looking for ways to make that bathroom pretty. I even added some new brass lamp fixtures over the medicine cabinet that kind of have a cool vintagey floral look to them. So it's a work in progress, but I definitely think it's better than where it started. So I work in fashion. I run a fashion startup called Doramar. It's a luxury fashion platform, and we take influencers, tastemakers, which we call our muses, and they each have their own shoppable closet on Doramar. So you're able to shop the exact looks that these muses wore to fantastic events and wherever their life took them, and you're really buying into their story. And I think that creates such a beautiful moment for customers to, value the pieces of fashion they're buying into, and it really creates a more sustainable future for the industry, and hopefully people are buying pieces that they love and can continue to love for a while. I'm a massive extrovert. Like I love going out. I will go to an event at the drop of an envelope. That's why I love New York City, because you're constantly meeting people. but you do run out of steam. And so home for me is somewhere that should be just peace, where you can just turn off the extrovertedness, at least for me, and feel like you have a safe space to really recuperate and recover and then go do your thing the next day.